Welcome everyone to our Aboriginal Tourism Product Awareness Program, or short ATPAP. My name is Miriam. I'm the Distribution Coordinator here at Tourism NT. And before we start, I want to respectfully acknowledge and honor the Aboriginal people of the Northern Territory and recognize the continuation of culture, connections to land, water, and country. We pay our respects to elders past, present, and emerging. Welcome to our Q4 ATPAP webinar. It's our final session for this financial year and the last session before we draw the winners of our incentive for MIL. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. We really appreciate you being here. And as always, we're excited to showcase some incredible Aboriginal tourism products from the Northern Territory to you, our amazing travel trade partners. Today, we're heading back to East Arnhem Land, to the Gove Peninsula, where a lot is happening in terms of tourism development. It's a relatively less explored part of the territory, and today we'll dive a little deeper. First up, we'll hear from Bawaka Experience. It's a really special community-led cultural experience connecting visitors with Yolnu culture, country, and traditional knowledge, all on a stunning beachfront about an hour and a half outside of Nhulunbuy. Bawaka is fully Aboriginal owned and operated by a Yolnu family, the traditional owners of the homeland. And we have Angie with us here today, the marketing manager, to tell us more. Our second business today is Banubanu Beach Retreat on Bremer Island. Some of you might already know it. And it's under relatively new ownership by Eileen and Fulvio, who are all here today. While not Aboriginal owned, it's the stunning base to explore the Aboriginal land and culture, offering a beautiful island stay in the region. They've also recently taken over the former Gove Hotel, now Banubanu Lodge in Nhulunbuy, a great base for exploring the area. Eileen is joining us live with Fulvio today, and we have Sally Gregory from Top End Marketing Co., who represents Banubanu to the trade. Sorry, can I just ask you to mute yourselves, or please? Yes. So while Aline is today in Nhulunbuy, we recorded the presentation on Friday from Bremer Island. So you have the glorious views in the background. And we hand over to Angie and Aline in a short while to take you through it all. Before we get started, just as per usual, a few words on housekeeping. If you haven't done it yet, please switch off your cameras and microphones. Then we'll have a short Q&A at the end of each operator presentation, so feel free to pop your questions into the chat as we go. We also send a follow-up email to all ATPAP members after the session later today with the presenter's contact details, the recording link, and a short questionnaire on today's content, so make sure you're listening carefully. If you have been actively engaged in the program, you'll go into the draw to win a spot on our ATPAP for MIL in June 2026. It's our final webinar before we draw the 7 lucky winners. And to be eligible, you need to watch all 4 sessions, complete the 4 short questionnaires. And if you've missed any of those, you can still watch them. You can still catch up on the ATPAP website. You have until Tuesday, 28th of April to get everything done. So you have 2 full weeks to catch up on all outstanding webinar sessions and questionnaires. I'll also share a quick itinerary overview at the end of today's session. And spoiler alert, both Bawaka and Banubanu are included in the FMIL. If you're joining us live today, you're also automatically in the draw to win the Bush Balm gift box. We'll announce the lucky winner later today. So good luck. And this is all the admin for today. For those of you joining for the first time, this program webinar, just a quick reminder what the aim and core mission of this program is. To put it simply, our mission is to promote and support the growth of the Aboriginal tourism industry in the Northern Territory by educating and empowering the travel trade to include diverse Aboriginal businesses and experiences in their sales offerings. By working together, we aim to increase visitation to the Northern Territory, showcase the rich cultural heritage of the region, and create sustainable economic opportunities for Aboriginal communities. Right. Then just a quick reminder where we're traveling to today. You see Darwin here on the very right, and we are looking at the Gove Peninsula in the red circle. To get to Gove Peninsula, you can fly from Darwin or Cairns into Gove Airport. Air North operates daily flights from Darwin to Gove, which is just about a 15-minute drive away from Nhulunbuy, and the flight time is around 1 hour. And then we have a short little introduction video for you from Develop East Arnhem Land, to get a bit of an impression what there is on offer. Develop East Arnhem Land, or short DEAL, is very involved in the development of the tourism industry here, and they have created this promotional video to showcase some of the amazing products and the incredible beauty. So let's have a look what that looks like. Wow, what a place. I can hear myself. Right. With this operators today, we have Angie from Bawaka Experience, and our second presenter is Eileen Doherty from Banubanu Beach Retreat. Many of you know her already. Sally Gregory is here from Top End Marketing Co., who represents Banubanu to the trade. Thank you all for being here today. Hi, Angie. Lovely to have you on board for our ATPAP webinar. I'm going to give up to you to present Bawaka Experience.
Hello, everybody, and Miriam, thank you for having me. My name is Angie, and I undertake the marketing for Bawaka Experience, which is located in remote East Arnhem Land. So for those of you who are not as familiar with East Arnhem Land, it's to the east of Darwin, and it's about a 45-minute flight from Darwin to Gove Airport, which is the airport which services Nhulunbuy, the main township there. Or alternatively, there are flights daily from Cairns, and that's about an hour and 15 minutes. So the Bawaka homeland itself, if you look down the bottom, is located down the peninsula. It's about an hour and a half's drive, and it is four-wheel drive access only. The last, say, 20 kilometres is along a dirt track and beach driving. So we have a lot of FIT customers, and most of them are experienced four-wheel drive drivers, or there is a locally based company, TPU Transport, which can arrange four-wheel drive transport. They have vehicles that can seat up to 12 people. So Bawaka homeland is the traditional homeland of the Bawaka people, and they are the custodians of the land and the sea. It's an absolutely idyllic, beautiful white sand beach location, and the people there are the Yolngu people. At their homeland, they want to welcome visitors, and they want to share their Yolngu culture, their history, and develop authentic friendships with people, non-Yolngu people. So the Bawaka homeland itself has different style of accommodation, and I'll show you that next, but it is at the moment very self-sufficient. People come, they have access to a communal kitchen, a communal dining area, a communal deck overlooking the ocean, and it's BYO, all of your own groceries. They have access to shared fridges and shared kitchen, as I mentioned, and everyone is welcome to do as they please. The family actually also can organise a welcome to country ceremony and bungal, which is a dance ceremony, and the Yolngu people also here will welcome people by painting their faces, which is sharing their culture with visitors. So the different accommodation styles we have, as you can see from this lovely aerial picture here, we have air-conditioned cabins. We have 3 double cabins and 3 quad cabins. The quad cabins have single bunks, top and bottom, and a queen-size bed, and the double cabins just have the queen-size bed. Now, we also have what we call cozy tents. You'll see there in the middle. There's 5 of these available, and each of these sleeps 2 people and possibly a very small infant. What's provided is blow-up air mattresses, all of the linen and towels, a light, and fans. So the cozy tents are not air conditioned, and we have unlimited space for camping. So a lot of the locals will come out for a night or 2 and just camp along the beach and undertake fishing or just have a relaxing time out at Bawaka. As I mentioned, the welcome bungal is a very traditional undertaking out here. Visitors are greeted with a smoking ceremony, which generally includes face painting, which is a gesture of welcome and inclusion. And that is included in the stay. And it just depends on how many of the family are out there at the time as to how many hosts will undertake the bungal. But it's definitely a very significant part of the Yolngu culture. We also have cultural tours, which can be booked at the time the customers are booking their accommodation. Lonely Beach, you may have seen, is highly marketed. Tourism NT and Tourism Top End use the images of Lonely Beach quite a lot in their marketing. This is actually private property and belongs to the Bawaka family. They have land tenure over it, and the only way to access it is by booking a tour to Lonely Beach whilst just staying at Bawaka. We also have cultural activities which are available to book again. and they can include things like spear making and spear fishing, which is very traditional for the Yolngu people, mud crab hunting, bushweed walks and bush medicines and cooking, and traditional weaving. Weaving's very prolific up there, and the ladies, as they are becoming women from teenage years into women, they'll sit with their mothers and story tell while they're weaving. So they'll learn to weave and they'll learn about their own history and culture at the same time. There's also healing and bush medicine. This is not something we sell to the general public. It's not available all the time. And generally, we make it available for special groups or special VIP visitors. There's a lot involved with it, and there's a lot of gathering of plants and then boiling plants and a lot of other things involved. It takes a lot of preparation for the family, so it's for special occasions only, but it is something that with enough notice can be booked. So as I said, the Banubanu family really want to share this absolutely stunning, lovely part of East Arnhem Land with the visitors, as long as people come with an open heart and an open mind, because they want to share their country and they want to hear stories from non-Yolngu people in return. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. That was Angie. I'm just quickly going to see if there were any questions. Just happy we're back on track. I can see everyone was working with me. Thank you so much. Currently, I don't see any questions, but if you still want to ask anything to Angie, please feel free to pop your questions in the chat box. Otherwise, I will go straight to Eileen and Fulvio with their with their presentation, and this has been coming to you from Banubanu Beach Retreat on Bremer Island. And off you go.
Hi everybody, Fulvio and Sarah and Eileen O'Doherty. We're the relatively new owners of the Banubanu Beach Retreat in East Arnhem Land on Bremer Island specifically. We also recently acquired the former Gove Peninsula Motel, which is now called Banubanu Lodge. And what we're doing is creating a dual property East Arnhem Land tourism experience. Our target markets are the high end and also corporate market. And we also, to an extent, wish to maintain a high level of tourism interaction and management from the time guests arrive at Gove Airport. It's a remote town. Nhulunbuy is a remote town. It's a very remote area. And what we're trying to do is bring some professionalism and some rawness with a bit of class, I guess, to the region. So we will pick all tourists up from the airport, and we see Banubanu Lodge as the base to where to start their tour of East Arnhem Land. It's a 3-star motel, sorry. It's got 19 rooms, swimming pool, barbecue, cooking areas. All rooms are self-contained, and we also have the ability to shuttle guests into the town of Nhulunbuy if they want to go out for dinner at the boat club or the Walkabout Hotel. We have a Banubanu shuttle service that does that, and then we can organise day trips to the Yirrkala Arts Centre and day trips around the area, Goanna Lagoon and a little Bondi. There's lots of little day trips that can be done in and around Nhulunbuy. Then the whole idea of that is it also provides an insurance policy for tourists that if the Air North flights are running late, which they invariably do, they have got a base to be there on the mainland. Because for us, one of our risk factors that we have nullified by purchasing the lodge is the ability, because we've got tide controls when we come with the boat to the island. You can fly as well. It's a 10-minute flight, otherwise it's a 50-minute boat ride to the island. We don't want people to miss out on the boat, or if we have to cancel a transfer for weather conditions and things like that. but given that we do live on an island, we've sort of had to mitigate some of those risk factors. So that basically sums up why we took that strategic decision to buy Banubanu Lodge, and I'll get Eileen to explain more about the beach retreat itself, which is the fun bit.
So when you are staying at the lodge, we can transfer you down to the local boat club where you can jump on our boat. And as Fulvio mentioned, it's a 50-minute boat ride here to Banubanu Beach Retreat. So once you're here, we can do all-inclusive meal and drink packages. We have 5 beachfront bungalows. We have an elevated bungalow. And by the end of this year, we plan to have 4 new ocean view penthouse suites with the plan for an extra 3 a year later. So we'll have 13 cabins in total. The first 6, the original ones that are here now, will be like our budget cabins, and the new ones that we are building will be those luxury elite cabins. They will have air conditioning, they'll have day swinging beds outside, which we will show you in a video shortly. While you're here at the retreat, there is lots to do. You can do self-guided walks. There's lots of bird watching here. We have about 60 different species of birds that inhabit Bremer Island. We can do turtle watching tours. Turtles are mainly from May to October is their nesting season. However, we've been here for over a year and we see nesting happening all year round. We can also swim here. It's one of the few places where we swim. We've got a beautiful bay out there. We have kayaking, snorkeling, paddle boarding. So there is plenty to do, or you can just relax and chill out on our bar. We've got a little pool up here. You can drink cocktails in the pool or just relax. And then we also do offer cultural experiences with the local Yolnu community that live here on the island. They're about a 2-kilometre drive from us, and we can facilitate a cultural experience with them where we will drive you into the community and we'll drop you off and they will look after you from there. So depending on the day, they might do bush medicines, they might do spearfishing, making spears, or mud crab hunting as well. So there's lots of different things that you can do when you do that cultural experience with the community, and then we can come and pick you up and bring you back once you're finished. And then once you've finished your stay at Banubanu Beach Retreat, our transfer boat will take you from the island back onto the mainland, and from there we can shuttle you back to Banubanu Lodge, and from there you can go and explore a little bit more of East Arnhem. If you want to leave your luggage at the lodge, you can go and spend a couple of nights down in Bawaka, or you can just do day trips. We've got fishing charters, lots of different fishing charter companies here, so there is lots to do in the whole region.
That's it.
So that's it. Yeah.
Eileen, can I just ask, because I'm sure a lot of people would like to know, what about meals? Are they all inclusive? Are they, do people have a choice? What's the goal with that?
You do have a choice, yeah. So you can choose to do an all-inclusive meal and beverage package, or just an all-inclusive meal package, or all-inclusive beverage package. So or just order from our a la carte menu as well. So the choice is up to you.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Sounds great. Thank you so much for joining us. And yeah, I'll stop. Yes, that was the presentation from Eileen and Fulvio. They are here. I did see a few questions come in, but we still have a video to show you about Banubanu Beach Retreat, the current lodge as it is, and also at the end some of the renderings of what's to come. So let's have a look at that. Fabulous. Right, Angie, where are you? I don't see you. I have a few questions that came through to you.
Yep.
The first one is from Marcia. Marcia would like to know, could you please provide the room capacity for the Bawaka Experience? Need to know the total number of beach cabins and safari tents and the maximum group size you can accommodate.
Right, so we have 6 cabins in total. We have 3 which are have queen beds, so they can accommodate if you've got couples. There's 6 people across those 3. The quad cabins can sleep a family of 4. They have a queen bed and then single top and bottom bunks, so 4 people in each. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's 18 people in air conditioning. Each of the cabins is air conditioned. The cozy tents, we have 5 cozy tents. They sleep 2 people each, so that's 10 people. They are not air conditioned, but they do have fans. So in the winter season, they're quite pleasant. And then we have unlimited camping. We have had a lot of corporate groups and education groups, school groups. And the school groups often bring their own camping equipment. So we've had large groups of 30 to 60 kids come and stay out for the night with their teachers and or parent escorts. And in relation to corporate groups, the executives tend to get the air conditioning and the lower down the tree tend to get the cozy tents. So we can sleep up to 28 people across that.
Yep, perfect.
We can also organise catering for groups with notice. We have published and are taking bookings currently this year for 3 women's tours where we're doing women only, and we're getting bookings of ladies who are travelling as a couple or mothers and daughters. And in the past, we had 3 generational women. So we'd have grandma, adult mum, and then maybe a young girl or a teenage daughter travelling together. So we've got 3 of those scheduled for this year, July, August and September. So we can coordinate a range of different things.
Fantastic. Thank you. And then Aaron would like to know, can you please advise how we could request the bush medicine or the healing ceremony? Are there better times of the year for this?
Honestly, it just depends on the availability of the senior women, female family members, because they tend to supervise and coordinate the gathering of all the plants and the bush medicine, etc. Just send me an email to marketing@bawakaexperience.com.au, and I can always check availability of family members and whether they've got plans. And also just bear in mind that there's been quite a bit of sorry business recently. Their family members are getting a bit older and some of them aren't as well as they used to be. So if we do confirm something, there may, on the off chance, be a circumstance where we may have to cancel at the last minute. Or change, amend a date or something. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. And then one, I think it might be more for you, Angie, but I think it's overall a question for all of you. I see in the video pack snorkeling or swimming. Isn't there concern with crocodiles?
Bawaka has a resident crocodile, although I'm yet to confirm whether he's come back after the cyclone. He got a bit scared with the cyclone and he was missing for a couple of weeks, and I haven't heard whether he's come back or not. But we do have a very large crocodile which has been semi-hand reared as a pet for the family. He was rescued as a baby crocodile and then kept coming back. But at Lonely Beach, which is about 15 minutes down the coast, he doesn't tend to swim around there. So the family will get in the water with customers down at Lonely Beach and people can have a swim. But we don't swim in front of the homestead where the crocodile is.
Yeah. And Eileen and Fulvio, I know that Banubanu Beach Retreat has a really good position in terms of crocodiles. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. We're at the very northern tip of the island. I mean, we're very croc aware, but we do swim daily, snorkel, and head out on the paddleboard. But I suppose just for our own peace of mind, we are installing AI cameras, which will be able to detect crocodiles, turtles, sharks, and will alert us if there is any there. But luckily, there hasn't been a crocodile spotted around Banubanu in 20 years.
Yeah. There are
Excellent.
crocodiles in the south of the island, and there's no still waters. We're in the open ocean here, right? So there's a far lower risk. But as I said, since Banubanu has been since its inception, there's been no crocodile sightings, so it's quite safe to advertise it as one of the few spots that you can swim. Yeah.
Fantastic. Thank you. And then there's another question for you, Eileen and Fulvio. When is the penthouse suite available next? Also regarding the boat transfers, how often are these typically cancelled each year due to the weather or tides? Just want to have a rough idea of the frequency for our planning.
Sure. So the penthouse will be next available in July. And in regards to the boat transfers, the tides will definitely change our times, our departure times. And then the weather is really the only reason where we've ever had to maybe cancel a boat. Luckily, we not really that much during the dry season. We tend to have cancellations more in that change of weather. So when we're progressing from the dry into the wet and the wet into the dry, the weather can become that little bit more unpredictable. So I'd say we had how many cancellations last year?
Around 5 or 6. It's not very many. It's more our biggest risk is really air north coming in late, right? If we're totally honest, as obviously people that are delivering tourism, experiences and so forth, that's probably one of the most frustrating parts we have in the region. So, but things happen with airlines, and it's obviously playing on safety, but the delays can also miss the boat transfer sometimes if it doesn't come in on time. So we always in the packages always put in the one night at the lodge as soon as I get there, and if we make the boat, then we go straight to the boat, and then on the way back, that night can be consumed there. And we're pretty flexible like that. It's more just about, there's a lot of coordination, I guess, that needs to happen. So the lodge just gives us another, mitigate some of that risk. But we only cancel the boat 5 times, and then it goes the next day. So it's not like they miss out by coming here and they don't get to go to Banubanu. They always get to go to Banubanu.
Fabulous. Thank you so much for that. A lot of comments came in saying it's a gorgeous spot and it's lovely and beautiful. So thank you, all of you, for presenting and for taking the time out. Yes, that was all of the questions. I just want to quickly finish this session off with a quick overview of what we have planned for the upcoming incentive FAMIL and what you have the chance of experiencing. The FAMIL dates are from the 3rd to the 9th of June 2026. We'll start with 2 nights at the brand new Voco Suites in Darwin. During our time in Darwin, we will go on a sunset cruise on Darwin Harbour. Personally, I feel it's an absolute must. And we will have a full day guided tour around Darwin. And then the next day we fly with Air North from Darwin to Gove and stay at Bawaka. We'll join the cultural experience and stay on this remote land. Then after a beautiful night at Bawaka, the following day we make our way back to Nhulunbuy and stay at Banubanu Lodge in Nhulunbuy. We spent the day with an on-country experience with Yolnu host, who will also give us a guided tour of the Buku Larangai Malka Art Gallery. I'm very sorry if I butchered this name just now, which is renowned beyond the borders of East Arnhem land. Then we round our Arnhem Land experience off with an overnight at the beautiful Banubanu beach retreat on Bremer Island. We have a full day to relax and enjoy this special piece of paradise. And once we return the following day to Nhulunbuy, we visit Yanawal units. You remember hopefully Jody from the last webinar session, for a site inspection at Yanawal units and a lovely lunch. And in the afternoon, we fly back to Darwin for a last night at the Mercure Darwin Airport Resort. Really good hotel before we depart home the following day. What a trip. I cannot wait, and I hope you're keen too. So make sure to get your ducks in a row. And with this, we come to the end of our session today. Thank you so much for joining and for being part of the ATPAP program. We hope you enjoyed today's session. I'm very sorry about the technical issues, but such is life with webinars. Hopefully you found it valuable, and a huge thank you to our wonderful presenters. We really appreciate you taking the time to share your amazing products and insights. I'll be sending the recording along with the presenter contact details and the short questionnaire to everyone later today. Yes, and the lucky winner of the Bush Balm gift box will also hear from us today. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, Miriam. Good luck,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for organising it, Miriam. Thank you, everyone.
No worries. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.